check, 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 check. Pretty good. Hey Noah, how are you, bud? Welcome in. What's up, SP8? Bear is good. How are you? Bear here. What's up, Ford? Thanks, Crash and Burn. Thank you, thank you. Hey, Crazy Dina, how are you? What's up, Lux? Hope you guys are all having a good day. Southside, what's good? Hmm, vacation was good. We dodged some tornadoes. It was good. What's up, SMG? How are you? So, how's everybody liking 6-star gold so far? Do you guys have any on your roster? I have one on mine so far. I've only taken beefcake so far. Spending, Johnny. Spending. Oh, that's awesome, Noah. I believe my account, I'm right around 1,500 shards so far. For the new rock. What's up, Elvin? How are you? Andre, what's good? I'm on the CC account today, since we're going to talk some boss and stuff. Oh, gotcha, SMG. What are you doing? Congrats on the new job. Yep, Ben. That's about what it looks like. Showboats definitely have a lot of hit points. Yeah, yeah. What's up, BG? Youngie, how are you, you legend? What four did you take, Ben? Yeah, so the thing is, gem damage goes up twice. And health goes up 2.5 times. So if people were borderline, then they won't do quite enough at gold. So you want people that were doing, you know, a little bit more than they needed to at least. Move damage people won't scale at all. You took Hall of Fames, Ray, Angle, Macho, and Beefcake. What's been your favorite so far of those four, Ben? I took Beefcake on my account, like I said. What's up, Big Show? What's up, Footer? You took Powerhouse KO, Thomp? Ray's been your favorite. I'm assuming you have gear and put the pyro plate on him. Or the Piper plate, I'm sorry. Hey, One Wing, how are you? Angle can hit really hard. You just know me, I don't love sub gameplay, but he definitely hits hard with gear. What's up, Stride? Doing well, One Wing, doing well. Your first set of Fury 2s? And your first blue metal percentage? That's awesome. You're just missing red and purple. Nice. Got you, Michael Graham. Yeah, he hits pretty hard that way, Ben. It's lot for setup, but he definitely hits hard once you do it, you know. And, I mean, for your first 6-star gold, it's worth putting the stuff on him anyway while you're, working it out. You like Braun and Z Cody? Did you get Zombie Cody's gear? What's up, Scon? You like using him in feud? Right on. Yeah, Regal hits really hard, Elvin. Really, really hard for sure. So far, I really like the new MLC format, Big Show, like a lot. Um, we'll see how it goes by the end of the month, but so far I like it a lot. Like I said, I'm at like 1,500 rock shards, even without the 400 from the mistake thingy. I would be at 1,100. I feel like I'm on like more than fine pace for that. So generally I don't Pokemon everyone. I have no illusions. I don't think I have any chance of getting Triple H, but I don't get every poster every month anyway, so no big deal there. As long as I can, like, if I can get to Charlotte, I feel like it'll be normal-ish MLC, maybe slightly better style or format for me personally. Because usually I get one guy. Um, some months I'll get two, but I like that there's not six every month now. That was a lot. For me, I'd much rather I like the four. It's a much better pacing for me, for sure. So far I really dig it. I don't, you know what I mean? Like a little bit. Uh, yeah. So far I like it. We'll see by the end of the month. It's still early to tell, but so far I definitely like it a lot. I really like Charlotte. I need to make videos on all of them, but yeah. 2K would be awesome, SP8. For sure. You have 12 acro tokens and 9 showboat. Yeah, if you throw a Judgment Day on, then Orton's probably fine, right? Yeah, yep. Sorry about that. What are your point? Let me open my phone up. I'll let you know. Since we're going to talk bots, I figured I'd just be on the CC account. But I like the pacing a lot more this way, not having a new poster every weekend. That's a lot to keep up with, I feel like. I'd rather have events every weekend and then see how this four kind of works out. But I'm think hopefully it works out for Scopely because I like it a lot. Oh, that would be cool. Scon, I have no idea if Sandman's available or not, like for our game, but if 2K did, that opens up the possibility, I suppose. That would be really cool. A lot of people would love Sandman. What was I checking? What was I my phone to see? Oh, my MLC points. Yeah, I am at well 309K in the solo. The so no issues there. I have a ton of points. Um, yeah, Super Shard. I have 266K points. And the commemorative collection, I haven't hit any of the bonuses, so I have very few, 4.1 million. 2 hours, hip, 2 hours till 4:30 Pacific. No, footers. That's really actually my. I don't care about maxing everything. You know what I mean? Like I can't. I don't spend in that bracket or whatever. So I agree with you completely. It was good, Noah, other than dodging tornadoes. Yes, gone. I'll make a silver loot pull video when it comes out. Sure, no problem. I can do that. What did Ben say? It's okay. Just makes weekend feud chase for those that do chase. If you're talking about like the few people, like the what is it like maybe 10 or 15 people or so that like to leaderboard feud attempting to get the card. I mean, probably it doesn't go that deep to be honest, because what is it, top 50 only, including the spend, get it. So yeah. I think you have to pull all of them SP8, and it might be a while before we get there. So I mean, I'll probably just do it for content. I don't really care. I'm not too worried. I doubt, with the size roster I have, I doubt anything in there will be new for me. You know what I mean? I can't see. I mean, the oldest card I'm missing that's available would be like Snoop, Acro Snoop probably. So I can't imagine he'll be in there. So yeah, I think I'll just pull it when it comes out. What's up, Ryu? How are you? Yeah, Romanowski, not so much. When we were at dinner, they like every phone in the restaurant went off. Hard pass SPA. Let's not talk about that. And then as the tornado got closer and closer, they ended up moving us all into their walk-in cooler. Um, so all the people eating were in the walk-in cooler, waiting for the tornado to pass by. But we were right in its direct path. It was a F4. It ended up petering out right before it hit the town where we were eating. So yeah. I think I have a midweek blog. I don't know if Professor had it, but I do have a midweek blog. I can open that up real quick. 1 second, children. Purpose gave me a post today for a bloggy blog. I did say Peter. It petered out. Do you guys know if Professor did one? Otherwise, maybe I should record this because I don't think these get posted. I know Brock can do an F5. Yeah, yeah, Scone. It was weird. It didn't bother me really. You know what I mean? Um, but there were people like crying and stuff, and grown adults, borderline freaking out. So, but it was good for me. This is its own blog, I think. Uh, for the faction boss, including the event. It actually has the prize wall and that stuff. Did he have that? You know, like prize wall, what's all on it, pictures, costs. That's all subject. Okay, then I'll probably just record it since these don't usually go live and people like to see it. Okay, 2 seconds. Let's start with the screen. I can get rid of the URL because what's up, McDuck? Um, go, and then we can do that for you guys so you don't have to wait. I am super rusty, so that seems goodish. I am not rusty. I'm Eric's. What's up, Eric Wade? How are you? That's not McDuck. It's for poo. Okay, that seems goodish. Probably start at the top, huh? Yeah, I think we're good with it like that. I think the new tours start at League 23, if I'm not mistaken. So there won't be any new tours right at the start. You'll have to get to 23 first. Can I do it? So tier list, Walt. The reason I've never really done one is because there's so many variables, right? Um, because someone could be awesome on my roster and not so awesome on yours, and vice versa. Um, nice footers. So I try to be really careful Yeah, so much is what you have. A moment can change everything. Like so, like Wes Lee, for example, with a moment and a great strap, is easily the best acro on my roster. I do think I probably like Muda more, probably. Although I didn't get Muda, so I don't know. But like he blows Macho Hall of Fame out of the water with both gears. It's really not even close to anyone else to me. But if you don't have the moment, you can't even kind of play him that way. So tier lists are really hard to do. Because it's so dependent on what you have. That's why I try and do the roster dives, because I can see what people have on their roster, and I don't like have the time to try and properly answer like who's better than who based on your roster. All that's all I would ever be doing. For sure, Ben. For sure. Some have a make or break plate difference, although plate usually isn't make or break, but like by the time you throw the strap in, a plate in, you know what I mean? One specific trainer can do it. Every piece you miss cuts down, and so it's very, very difficult. I mean, there are some people that are great with almost nothing. And then, like KO, you can hit super hard. Powerhouse KO with almost nothing. You don't need a lot to hit hard with KO. But I don't think he's even close to the best powerhouse in the game. Because I don't care really how hard they can hit. I care about speed and reliability, right? They just need to hit hard enough and then be fast and reliable. So like I wouldn't even put Powerhouse KO like in my top probably 3 to 5 powerhouses, even though he can hit harder than all of them. If that makes sense. So a lot really depends on playstyle, what you have, and what you like. You know what I mean? I could do like these are my favorites, but it wouldn't be a proper tier list. Like my favorites based on what I have on my roster. I could do something like that, but top 5 powerhouses for me. Should I do the blog first, and then we can get back to those questions? Looks like somebody followed my channel. I thought those alerts were off when I was on this channel, but apparently not? Question mark? You want me to do the blog? Okay. Okay. Well, let's do the blog then. And yes, 33 spec. I'm just way behind. Way behind. I'll get all of them. Hey everyone, Merrick's here, bringing you another video. This one I am on the Champions official channel, and there is a midweek blog that I have. I don't know that it will be posted, so I will actually go through it. You know me, I typically don't read everything, so it's on the final boss faction, Engaged. So there's a new moment with Cody and all that jazz. You can see it starts 5:15 at noon, ends 5:17 at noon. Here's words on the faction boss. You can see it in game, which is always more accurate than on the screen, so that part's not really important. Health, if you want to know the health, there's health pool. You can screenshot that. There's his abilities, so he does damage every turn. Hardened purple gem shield every 2 turns starting on turn 1. Up to 120 purple gems. Freeze player moves every 2 turns starting on turn 2. And then if there's black gems on the board, which there's always going to be, the boss hits harder. Neutralize will remove that. Rarity requirements been the same as always. So no difference there as far as I can tell. Yeah, the strategies, blah, blah, blah. Okay, solo contest. And spend a faction boss loot coins. 1 faction boss engage loot coin. Your first, there's the bonus. And then your typical boss shop currency. So use those promoters. And then here's your CSS. These are Wednesday, Thursday tasks, so you can screenshot that. Win a match in any tour with John Cena, boss on level 11, any Cena, Akam, or any Akam on 11, 15 any Cody, 20 Hall of Fame Mick, and 20 CM Punk. And then Thursday only tasks right there. Tour with any Roman, X-Pac 11, any Triple H 11, Shamrock 15, DDP Hall of Fame 20, and Final Boss Rock 20. So there's your CSS. Max milestone 10 mil. Reward highlights. There's some Charlotte Flair shards. Doesn't say how many, but there's a picture of 130. Rock shards. We got some Final Boss medallions and bags. There are also tours. There's a what did that say? Did that say there's 1,000 faction Final Boss medallions in the tours? So Wednesday, Bloodline, Mem, and Finish the Story, Cody Rhodes. I don't know if it says CSS or anything there, though. Here's the prize wall. There's the new moment. You can see who's in it. A bunch of the new people. So new Rock and new Triple H, and then it's got the older guys there. You can see it there. 50% gem reduction. Yellow moves do 100% more damage. All color subs 100% more damage. Bot gems do 150% more damage, and reinforced gems do 200% more damage in feud. And here's some look at some of the shards available. I'm very interested in those CM Punk shards. That would recruit him for me. So I will be trying to get to there. Moments on the left, you can see some of the moments. But here's a list of the prizes. I'm not going to read them all. NXT moment is in there. It's probably fairly expensive. The picture is probably the best part of that moment. And yeah, so there's your list, and here's the shards. DDP, CM Punk, Mick Foley, Hall of Fame, Cody, and Ken. So also strap parts, metal bits, and that jazz. I like that there's shards in there. 6-star silver loot. And yeah, you know, spend your stuff. I will like this post. It'll probably be the only one, because like I said, I don't think this one's going live. So yeah, boss buffs green, botch, and yellow submission. I feel like yellow submission and botch are pretty much a trap. You're going to want to focus on green guys. And you're probably going to want a purple shield breaker. Because I don't think a lot of people are going to win turn 1 on this boss, because usually there's multiply to go with it. I expect Zombie Sammy and Zombie Dom to be the two best, probably. Yeah. So that's what I got for the video. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, and share, because that really helps me out. Other than that, guys, good luck out there. Yeet. Waller will be solid. Little bit concerned without the multiply buff on how Waller will do. Hey Restate. Hey Eva, how are you, bud? Do you guys want to see anything else on the blog real quick? It seemed pretty straightforward to me. I do like this prize wall that has shards in it too. Hey Spider Guard, what's good? Yeah, DMO David, it seems like the weekend bosses tend to be faction-based, and the midweeks tend to be solo-based, since they went to this format. I didn't see one SP8. I did not see one. It said tours, prize wall, and then the points were looked like that how they flipped it, you know. It said nothing about faction anywhere. Yep. So it's kind of like how old boss battle used to be, and then that went to midweeks, and then weekends we have the. Hey Corey, how are you, bud? What's up, BX? Hey K-Pin. Yeah, no faction event, as far as I could tell. I can. Yeah, pretty sure. There is absolutely nothing there. Solo contest has got its own tab, and then limited time tours. There is no faction tab. Yep. Oh, it's going okay, Evo. It's going okay. It's taken a while to get some of the stuff here. I've been messing around with lighting a lot, um, and that's going really well. So I think I have the lighting down pretty well. Just working on. There was a shipping delay on one thing that set me back a little bit, so I switched gears and I'm working on some other stuff for the project. But yeah, if you guys didn't know, I'm doing a custom mod for a professional wrestler for NVIDIA, a custom computer mod. So it's going to be a fancy schmancy computer for a professional wrestler. And they'll be I need to be done by the end of June? June 25th, I believe. And then the video should air sometime in August. Yeah, there is only one Acom, huh? I do know who it's for, Destroyer. Yeah. Very specifically know who it's for. Yes. I am very hyped about it. No, Scon, they're not. I have not seen the new leaks yet, no. Okay, looks like people have no more questions on blog. Cool. Yes, Evo, I will meet said person for the video. When we go make the video, be delivering it. They are also into computers, so they're going to help assemble it. No, One Wing, I can't reread the blog. So yeah, they're going to help assemble it, some of it, I believe, if I understand correctly. Pretty hyped about it. I'll have to bring maybe something to get autographed, because, you know, I'm a dork. But yeah, that's very exciting. And I haven't been specifically told I can't say anything, but I kind of want to keep it low key just in case. I'll do some build videos after the fact, like release kind of of the progress. I plan on recording some, working on the build and stuff like that along the way, so you guys can kind of see it too. So yeah. There's definitely a lot of wrestlers that do gaming and have computers, so no shortage of possibilities, really. Yeah, so we are going to do a roster review for BG today. We also can talk some boss because we're only like, what, 28 minutes in so far? So, how are you, Chris? Also, if I missed somebody, apologies if I didn't say hi. Hey, Doc Holiday, I see you just said hi, so that reminded me I might oh, I'm not answering that, Crazy Dina. Not gonna do that either, Telvin. I think I could, but I'm not going to. So, the theme though is they actually didn't want their wrestling persona tied to the build. So it's not a wrestling theme. It is I'm fine telling you the theme. It's a Halo theme. So, how did I get selected? So, Antonio, I did a computer mod for a competition that I won like 6 years ago, a Fallout radio build, and I ended up getting the winner of that competition got a video with GeForce Garage. So I went and filmed the video and all that stuff, and the guy in charge of GeForce Garage for NVIDIA knows I like wrestling, and we've kept in touch since I've done that video and stuff. And he was waiting until he had a wrestling celebrity to do it for, to ask me to submit the design. So I submitted the design, and they loved it, so I get to build it. Yeah. So that's how, which is pretty cool. I'm very excited. No, I don't almost ever go on the gold account. I don't care for the big account typically. So this is just my CC account. I almost never go on the gold account. Wrong button. So, I actually think I borked the login for that. So I need to fix that before I can get on it anyway. What button? This button. All right. So first off, the boss, 400% botch. That's 4 times. That's with a billion health. That's hardly anything, right? Yes, Stone Cold, you absolutely can. DM me on Discord. Yeah, for sure, Antonio. Uh-huh. Part of it didn't hurt, was the fact that Fallout TV series came back out, or came out, and then they re-released that video from the radio, so it kind of brought it back into the spotlight. It's crazy. That was like 6 years ago, though. Yeah, so don't even worry about botch gem, guys. With botches on a needing to do a billion damage, I don't see it happening, right? This I feel like for most factions, this boss is probably going to be more like what I would like to see bosses being, having to use your breakers and use strategy, right? Green is only 6 times. So if your zombie dom hits for 100 million with no recycle, he's gonna hit for 600 million. Right? I don't know what do people 6-star silver zombie doms hitting. Sammy can hit like 80 million, and recycle it. So 60, yeah, I think Sammy is gonna be the best then. If Dom's doing 60, oh, at gold. I'm sorry, at gold, Sammy can do that. Silver, Sammy does like 40-ish, 50. One of my friends has Sammy Gold, and he was doing 80 million with the multiply set. So, and then subs a paltry 3 times. So boss hits hard and has this buff that doubles it. So you're definitely gonna want to bring neutralize because he's gonna hit hard. Yes, Evo, correct. That's what I like about. I would probably go triple green Sammy just because of the boost. Um, Personally, would be my pick. Or like a Sammy for consistency, and just in case it goes longer, and a zombie dom. So one Sammy, one zombie dom, and then a shield breaker, just to be safe. You know. So yeah, boss is gonna hit really hard after the first turn. You're gonna be getting 10 million without neutralize. You're gonna deal with freeze and then the purple gem shield. So I think this one is gonna need. There'll be some factions for sure. X-Pac will be okay, but it's only 4 times, so it's not gonna be that crazy, Lux. So at focused, personally, I think Sammy's gonna be the best at focused, and then I do think Zombie Dom will be the best here. Let's just try it this way. If the filter even works is another question. Yeah, Lux, that's the way to go. There he is. Hall of Fame DDP's been required a lot. He still has 99 MP. I would probably say DDP, but I don't know your tech. CM Punk I don't care for because he can cascade, and I don't like his builds very much. So I'm not a fan necessarily. But yeah. This one's really, really tough. You have to play him differently, and I need to know your roster, Noah, but probably. I mean, so I will just use Austin because I have Powerhouse Promoter and only do one match here. You know what I mean? But who do you guys like at aggressive for this one? NOD. He's got some botches, yeah. But a lot of people don't have NOD. If you like NOD Evo, that's what you're gonna use. You wouldn't use him over Sammy or Dom though, yeah. Triple black. Mm-hmm. He doesn't have a buff, right? No, he doesn't have a buff. Those won't really be good. So I go through this like often with boss. I think there's a lot of like if you're trying to do 1 billion damage, the most of the edge guys are not worth it. You know what I mean? Like you're better off taking a shield breaker in that slot. So somebody that generates purple gems, let's say. You know what I mean? Yeah, KO can hit hard on turn 2 if you get the shield down. Don't count on him at all on turn 1, like at all, because you'll just get disappointed. I like Devon for shield breaking. You can definitely use KO. Devon should be really good for shield breaking. Yeah, can he just spam one purple move? Steiners, both Steiners are good at purple, but I feel like Devon might end up being the best for purple breaking. I think if you can't win turn 1, 120 purple gems is not a small amount. Balor also good for purple. Yeah, I feel like Devon is going to be the best shield breaker, probably. Does anyone else have a one-click purple spam? Pass, thanks, Evo. Besides Devon? Thank you. We need search features everywhere. Does anyone have a one-click besides Devon? Yeah, Kali can do purples, yeah. Like 35 random gems. That's what I'm taking for shield breaking if we don't have a shield breaker. Tech Steiner's one click? Yeah, Brett has a 5x5, so Devon and Brett. Yeah. I don't think Tech Steiner has a one click. You can just spam it. So Devon and Brett can just spam it and take the shield down themselves. You only need one. Again, Balor spam though, or is it multiple moves, Telvin? Right? Those are guys that can do purples, so yes. 2 moves. Yeah, Dragon I think is 2 moves as well. There's a bunch of purple guys that are solid, but Brett and Devon are probably the best just because of the one-click spam. It's really what looking for out of those 2 spots. You could get away with KO, yes. I will be using KO because Powerhouse is my promoter at the start. But yeah. Hall of Fame Brutus, I don't think he's gonna like for breaking the shield is what you're talking about, I'm assuming, Lux. What style is he anyway? Maybe should have just done my account, to be honest. Uh like which Seth Evo? Mune Roman is okay on green, yeah. His trap in green setup? No, it's not gonna be good. So unless you have a huge green boost, no one's gonna be good, actually. Like Dom has, you notice Zombie Dom has a green buff, and Sammy has a green buff. Those ones will be good. Brutus won't be good as far as damage goes. He will grow it, but he won't be good. Loomis will be good and grow it too. Loomis better because he's got a small buff. So I think Loomis would be good as well. I don't know what the plan is. It's supposed to release sometime today for League 22, and then you're going to get League 22, and the next set of tours doesn't unlock until League 23. So you're going to have to finish League 22 before you can do any new tours. So you can have a realistic expectation. I wouldn't really get super excited about League 22 other than you're going to have tasks that you have to complete after you get it. That would be a realistic expectation. Yeah, he makes screens. Again, they're not going to... This is my problem with boss. They have to do a lot of damage, or you're better off being situationally helping your team. Does that make sense, guys? Like, I say this all the time. If you can't help your team with damage, then you should probably be helping, like, major damage, then you should be helping with the shield. Just because your damage people are actually what win and win quickly. So you don't want to waste all of turn 2. I don't think he's going to hit hard enough to matter, Evo. No, he's usable as a shield breaker, though, Jobrim. So yeah, better than a mediocre damage guy, and I feel like a lot of lobbies are not going to have a good shield breaker. Also, we should have a purple generate filter for this boss too. Just saying. But yeah, I feel like a lot of lobbies are not going to have a good shield breaker, and a lot of people are going to have trouble winning turn 1. So, I don't know. Meh. Take him. Yep. Mosh. Yep. Generally, tricksters will be good shield breakers. Acrodom will be a good shield breaker. I'm sorry, not Acrodom. Trickster Dom. Gunther can do okay on the shield, but yeah, Devon should be like the best. Because the one-click spam and Brett. So those would be like the top 2 shield breakers, and then after that, you got everyone else. Some are better than others. But Devon should be the best because it's just one click and you can set up gem spamming. He's good for the shield, Jobrim, in this slot. If you don't, in this slot, doesn't really have a massive damage dealer other than KO, right? As far as I can tell. Nah, sub's a trap. So this spot, like these 2 guys would be solid shield breakers. Devon, Brett would be awesome shield breakers. Devon and Brett. KO's, I will give okay on damage because he's turn 2. What's up, Stewart? To be reliable, so I would give him okay. By that time, Sammy's already done a ton, and so has Dom, you know? You can use anyone that generates purples, and you have 6-star silver. But, like, this is what's hard to explain. Oh, I'm good, Stuart. That people don't seem to get about boss. Your group composition is really what makes all the difference. So you shouldn't go into a lobby, literally, shouldn't go into a lobby unless you have an awesome damage dealer. And if you're not the awesome damage dealer, what are you bringing to the lobby? You want to bring a shield breaker. Hall of Fame Xbox not going to hit hard. The botch boost is 4 times. So go ahead and hit as hard as you want with Hall of Fame Xbox on a tour, and then times it by 4. I wouldn't run Shamrock this boss. I would run a purple gem breaker in this slot, assuming I had a 6-star silver purple gem breaker. Right? So literally, how I would run people, I would run, as far as green damage, people I would try to run would be Sammy, right? You could try and run, boy, I wish I was on my count, Waller for damage, and Regal for damage. That's probably about it at Focused. I retired the free-to-play account. After 6 months, I should do a video on it. After 6 months, I'm still missing half of the base MP trainers, and I find that really, really dumb. And can't do anything in Showdown, and can't really do anything in Boss. No blitz tickets to do blitzes, so like I couldn't go to a bigger faction even if I wanted to. So these are things that would plague a new player. My conclusion is if you're a new player, you're not going to go anywhere without spending. Literally nowhere. Because, you know, I got a bunch of good stuff for free, but you can't even run them when you're missing half the MP trainers. So I think 6-month experiment was plenty good. Game's unplayable for a new player, though, without spending. For sure. Yeah, unless you only want to just do feud and go with small lineups. So yeah, focus, there's a couple 3 guys you could bring as a damage dealer, and defense, there's Zombie Dom. Yeah, DMO David. If you're like, you can't even do the most simplest stuff. And like this month, if they didn't rotate the MP trainers available, I wasn't gonna keep playing it. And sure enough, when this month started, it was all the same base guys that you get, with the exception of a few. Don't have most of the gem generates. Don't have, you know, like just the basic stuff that's ancient and isn't even worth money. But you do need to play the game at a very basic level, right? So. But yeah, there's maybe like 4 or 5. I mean, you could lump KO in there, potentially, but there's not very many actual good, what I would call good damage dealers. So how can you help the squad if you're not a good damage dealer? You can bring an unfreeze here if you don't have one in this slot. You should have one, right? An unfreeze. And in these 2 slots, bring like purple gem damage for the shield. And same thing with this slot. So literally, if you don't have... No, we're going to start roster review in just a little bit, Ducky Schultz. Shucky Ducky Quack Quack, how are you today? Zombie Roman. You might mean Mutant Roman? Mutant Roman, is he do the... I can't remember if he's really good on green or blue. He's really good on one of the 2 colors. Like, really good. But if you can't bring one of those guys, he's hard to set up, though, so I don't like playing him for that one. You use the sub... Oh yeah, Roman will be great. Green is the buff. Yes, Joe Brim. And... this one too. That's the multiplies, and then... No, this is the okay one. Where's his greens? Purple, blue. This is the... Yeah, this one's okay. This is good. No, this is good, I think. I'm trying to remember. It's easier on my count because I have it saved. And then you use the... You can get the buff twice. Yeah, this one's good. Yep, this is the good build. Yes, he will be very good. Very, very good. This is the color that he can potentially one-shot. I didn't say how many, Joe Brim. It said they would be there. It did not say how many. I don't think Hall of Fame Triple H can break purples, right? Pretty sure Hall of Fame Triple H doesn't do purples. If he does, I forgot about it completely. I thought he was red, green, and yellow, though. Yeah, the shield isn't green, though. He said shield spot. Yellow's the color he boosts, isn't it? No idea, Joe Brim. 400 higher than you would have been, though. He makes a 4x1 into green. Then he makes 30x, breaks into green. No, not even kind of. Just because you make greens, you're not going to... So this is a tiny buff. So making greens doesn't make you good. Making botches doesn't make you good. And sub doesn't make you good. This boss, there's almost no good ones. Almost all of them are focused, and then zombie dom. And then KO because turn 2, because there's so few damage dealers. There's maybe a few that you could say are good, but honestly, don't pick people because they do green, and don't pick people because they do a yellow sub, and don't pick people because they do botch. Vinci, I haven't looked at recently. He does have a triple green. Just his finisher that makes purples. So Snowfall. And yeah, Vinci will be solid, and besides Dom. Absolutely. And he'll recycle. 140%, and then 6x1. So he doesn't get quite as many gems, no multiply, and similar buff. He can recycle, probably slower though, but he can recycle. I don't know if you can get this off 2 times turn 1, he would be better, but I don't know if you can get it off 2 times turn 1, because it's a 10 MP move, so you're going to have trouble filling it. It is Walt, absolutely. I want to say Andre with Moment hit for, what was it? What did I hit for in the video at 6-star bronze? Like 13 million, so 26 million times 6, like 150 million for Andre. Yes, Zandel. Mutant Roman, Zombie Sammy, Sammy, and Vinci will be okay. Once you get him loaded, I don't think you can get it off 2 turns. Zombie Dom, Vinci, I'll give him one. Dexter will be, he's got a small buff, and the Taker Plate, I think he will be good. Yes, almost all of them are in the focus spot. Yeah, Zombie, Zammy, whatever. Waller will be okay. Yep. Regal will be okay. Like, good. Not as good. But basically, there's not a lot there. He just makes, you just want to hit the finisher, so whatever it takes to get back to the finisher. Somewhere. Does he not have a way? Where's his colors? Yeah, anything. Snowfall gem. This. 26 random purple. Snowfall gems. Black. And that's probably fine. The third move doesn't really matter. Choose here, choose just in case it doesn't reload itself. I mean, yeah, Derek, but at least he can break purples. Yeah, like this, if you want to do purples on Braun Breaker, Ducky. Um, what's his face? Solo can do shield okay. It's a little bit slow, but he can do a board full of purples, so Solo can do shield okay. A lot of people have Solo leveled up. Evo said the triple black. That's got a buff. Where do the botches come from? Here it is. Oh, 29, 2 turns, and 2x7 random area into botch. Yeah, yeah. So just these two. Dodge Tornado's boat was very good. Yeah, Solo can do a bunch of purples. Um, there's just not a ton of like great options outside of focused and defensive actually for damage. Final boss be good? Don't think so. If they make purples, they're good, Ryu. So yes, sure, absolutely. I don't know if he can spam them like the ones that are worth. I don't have Bronson Reed actually, and I didn't do a preview on him. Um, Sammy, you can run triple green or with the multiply move. The multiply hits harder the first time through, right? But obviously the second time through, the buff one is going to hit harder. Restate. So if you can get the buff off 2 times, I would say triple green. Like if you can get the whole thing off twice turn one, definitely triple green. Even if you can't get the buff a second time, you can still hit it twice, skipping the buff. So either way, you're going to get it. Multiply, you can recycle with Sammy if you use a green to red plate. I think that's the aftershock. He will recycle the multiply move every time too. Time wise though, I don't know. 70 mil? Okay. Yeah, Evo. Probably not then. You could use like there's just there's so few guys. Yes, definitely Zombie Dom. There's so few you basically need a green boost of some kind for this boss. So and the most of them are at focus like Loomis and all that jazz. Otherwise you got to use Kofi won't be good though. Kofi is not good in boss. This one. Oh, I would need to check. Evo. I actually would need to check because I haven't done a hard test on that, and especially at gold. I would need to check. I don't know. I feel like Gunther is going to be better though. Gut says Gunther's going to be better, but I haven't tested at gold, so. Yeah, he's okay for Shield Steward, absolutely, yeah. I'm pretty sure Gunther's going to be better, Evo, but, I haven't tested it, so it's really hard to say for me. Waller's going to be really good with an all heart, obviously. He just doesn't. We gave The Rock all month. I don't know what you mean, MSR, I'm sorry. I do not know what you mean. Gunther, I would just spam traps and finisher for the shield. Or are you talking Tech Gunther? Tech Gunther, I wouldn't run for boss. But yeah, you want to bring an Unfreeze in this spot. Or one of the big damage guys. Waller like this is probably the safest with an all heart. Right on, Charles. But assuming you mean Zombie Gunther, just the finisher and the traps and just spam the purples for the shield. Devon, I love in this spot for breaking the shield because he can just spam it. And same thing with Brett because he can just spam one move over and over. Those are the true shield MVPs. So, like, if you're asking me for an MVP for each slot, I feel like Mutant Roman or Sammy in this slot. Does Dusty do greens? Crazy Dina, I still don't have Dusty. Which for like I don't have Brett leveled up either. I'm just saying those are when you talk about boss, those are good choices or great choices to me. But Regal will be okay. I don't think he's gonna do like as hard as the other ones, but yes, Regal will be okay. So boss is all about looking at literally you can talk about options like for days and none of that matters once boss starts because it's all about the group composition. So let's say for example, I'm gonna go in with my zombie Sammy, right? And I go in and there's not a single person with shield breaking and or another damage dealer. That's probably not going to work unless somehow I can do 1 billion with Zombie Sammy turn 1, which I wouldn't be able to tell you if I can or not. I would say no, probably not. Unless I take him gold, then maybe. Maybe. So that's an automatic fail. You wouldn't even start that. I don't start that lobby ever. So really the key to being successful at boss is understanding why people are good and what it takes to win, right? So this time, literally, MSR, I have no idea what cubes are. I feel like maybe you're using a translator thing. I don't understand. It will give us more cubes to rock by. I'm sorry. I don't understand. My apologies. That doesn't make sense to me. If anyone has any idea what he's trying to ask, that would be lovely. You could tell me. But like 6 times boost is tiny. So unless you're hitting like 40 to 50 million plus in on a tour, they're not going to do really meaningful damage. So literally for this boss, you need to set up to break the shield, make sure the buff doesn't hurt you with neutralize, and have a unfreeze and dig in. No, not Zandel. I know what Zandel's saying. He'll be triple green Zandel, just keep growing it by turn 2, yes. You know what I mean? For sure by turn 3. So like if it was me, uh, and I was trying to win, no, Professor, not really. There isn't really top 4. This guy is just here because he's stuck here. I don't even know what he does and no one has him. Top 4 is really almost all in the same spot for me. They're all focused or defensive. You know what I mean? So Zombie Dom and Vinci at defensive are actually what I would consider good damage dealers. And then Mutant Roman, Zombie Sammy, and Waller. Yeah, Professor. Pretty much. Shield breaking, Devon's gonna be fantastic. 1-click spam, 40 purple gems. So that's kind of really where the usefulness is because you just need a setup to win. You're gonna need a neutralize, you're gonna need an unfreeze, you're gonna need purple gem breaking, and you're gonna need really Sammy that can grow his damage and recycle, or like a Waller, somebody that can recycle. I don't like Dom unless you're using Dom, like 2 Doms or something, and both of them can do enough to one-shot, but I don't know if they will do enough to one-shot without being gold. They need even 2 zombie Doms, right? So, yeah. I would probably try to win this with preferably 2 purple gem breakers and a zombie Sammy with the green buff. That's what I would preferably do. So they get their shield down right away, keep doing the damage with Sammy. Need an unfreeze, but yeah. So basically what I'm saying is you would want to take most of your people that are 6-star silver and have be purple gem breakers unless you have a dynamite green damage dealer. This is not going to be an easy boss. These are weak buffs. Really weak buffs. So it won't be an easy boss for most people. Also, how are you, Professor? Thanks for stopping in. And we're about the halfway point. So, BG, if you're around, we're going to start your roster dive, I think. I am going to take a drink of water here and stuff. So, Ben, that depends. Really depends. So, the multis hit harder, right? but you don't have the boost to grow it. So if I feel like triple green by the second cycle is better, or the third cycle, right? For sure. So if you're winning turn one quickly, multiply set I think is going to be better. Kind of, Evo. Yeah, kind of. That's fair. Although I do like that we're gonna have to use breakers, right? Oh, the moment too. Does that work in boss? That's awesome, Ben. Um, I think two, it's probably a wash, 2 cycles, but after that, the buff is gonna work for sure, Ben. If you're winning turn two, I would say triple green. If you're not, then multiply. If you're winning turn one, multiply, I would say. That's probably how I would do it. I'm gonna run triple green just because I feel like it's easier to scale. Yeah, what Evo said. Awesome, Telvin. Has that been going well for you then? Um, hey Aim Dog, how are you? Steward, what are we talking about specifically? Nah, I was on vacation. If you're talking about the rock bag and what they did to fix it, I'm good with it. I thought 400 rock shards is super generous. They continue to do great on fixing the issues after the fact, in my opinion. When do screw ups happen way more than I'd like? Yes, absolutely. But as far as the compensation for when they do, I feel like they do a really good job on that, to be honest. And I feel like 400 rock shards is a ton. So, uh, so far I like the new month. The screw up as far as it goes didn't inconvenience me at all, and I got a bunch of stuff out of it. So I'm gonna be really close, Professor. I think I'm at 1500 on my account. So yeah, I mean like, really for the past year ish plus, when they screw something up, they've fixed it almost always in a really good way, in my opinion. Um, it's not the same Scopely where it used to be, where they'd screw up and you'd get like 5 player appreciation bags, you know. So okay, let's get to BGD. What did you want to focus on again for your roster mainly? What were the big focuses, if you would remind me? Yeah, yeah, I will, Zandel. I'm behind. I'm ready to record Charlotte. Mike, I like the new pacing on the MLC. Only 4 characters, I definitely like. I feel like it was way too fast. No problem, Stuart. That's awesome, Professor. 1835 is a lot. Not sure there was a focus. So what in growing your roster, what do you want to achieve, right? Like what's a struggle for you? Like what do you want to get better at? Is it showdown? Is it boss? Is it feud? Trainers, you know what I mean? Like what do you want the focus to be? Yeah, they've consistently done a good job on the mess ups, in my opinion. Like I said, I have no problem blasting Scopely when they do something I don't like. No problem at all. But so far, I am also digging the new MLC. I'll tell you by the end, as well. Like, I really want Charlotte. To me, relative to the field, I think Charlotte is by far the best thing this month. You don't have a good answer? Maybe feud? Okay. Oh, what's that, Demon King? That's fine, BG. We'll go through it and we'll focus mainly on feud. We shall start with some skill plates like normal and then go from there. Yeah, Professor, she's crazy good. Nice, Grant. Mike. Nice, Telvin. Right on, Demon King. Need a home for your NWO plate? So do a lot of people, to be honest. Green, couple green to yellows. Uh, Gremlin ears. Ooh, Pyro Princess. Nice. Ooh, red to black too there. I don't have that one yet, I don't think. Uh, very nice. That's the right spot for that one. What's up, Elp? How are you? Yeah, Charlotte is the one I really want this month. Like, I don't think I'll get anywhere near Triple H, to be honest, and that's okay. I'm not a Pokemon guy. I don't try and get everyone, so that's really not a big deal. And I usually miss 2 to 3 every month anyway. So, is this, yeah, is that all of them? That looks like, where are we going to start? Let's start with Strikers, because that's so BG has a 4.4 mil roster. That's good to note. Starting out, yeah. What strap do you have on Loomis, by the way, BG? And who are your favorites at Striker? Who are you really liking so far? And your main go-tos as I look through this. 100% gem, nice. So I'm assuming you love Loomis. I'm gonna go down a limb and say you love Loomis at that point. If you have 100% gem, and you got the other whatchamacallit, I see he's full stars. I'm gonna assume you probably really like Loomis at this point. Loomis, Bradshaw, Zombie Priest. Yeah, right, Ducky. Um, okay, that's pretty good list so far. Yeah, I love Loomis. Okay, I expect that based on what you have. No one for boss. Uh, you can use it on a lot of people, Elp, but it doesn't really make a difference on very many or anyone really. Um, maybe somebody like KO, but it seems kind of like a waste, considering you can put other stuff on him. All right, who we got trainer wise? What kind of strap do you have for Bradshaw, by the way? You're probably using, are you using the power gem setup for Bradshaw? I feel like based on what I saw with your plates, you're probably going power gem on Bradshaw. I don't know if that's the case though. Just looking at it though, he would be the next person I would take to silver if you wanted a second one. You do like triple red. Okay, cool. That's what I like for Bradshaw too. If it's getting it done, it's getting it done. So uh black subs that use black gems or subs that you make black gems. I want to say is Becky Zombie Becky, I think, if you run the triple black setup, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong about that, but I'm 99% sure Becky. Twitch Lobster. I love that kind of stuff with boss. You just use neutralize, then you don't get hurt. It takes the buff away. Or you stack 2 exhausts and you take 0 damage. There's all kinds of options for boss. We just don't, most people don't really do them anymore because everyone tries to turn 1 it. You'll take 0 damage with 2 max exhaust though. And the buff won't happen um, if you use neutralize. It removes the buff. So there you go. You look like you're pretty good on strikers. Our truth could go up if you're using a yellow move damage guy later on that we see. Our truth could definitely go up. Use a trainer. But other than that, you could also keep working like Triple H and Taker up for their power gem trainers if you're using power gems on anyone. Zombie Sammy, personally, I love Zombie Sammy. I use him all the time, although I don't have Striker Bam Bam. But I feel like Zombie Sammy has really good flexibility. Um, and he really fits my playstyle. Sammy's the striker I use the most by far. Lois, I think you got your dude strikers pretty well covered, to be honest. I don't think you're missing much, BG. I agree with your top three that you like. So yeah. As far as continuing to gold, I would just continue going with Loomis based on what you have and your setups and stuff. I don't see any reason to go with that. No, Sammy's faster, easier to use, scales better to gold. Sadly, restate. Um, I love using Bray, but he's not going to scale to gold as well. Let's check the ladies out. Bray is super fun. Where are your lady strikers? There's not a ton here. Ah. The only thing that puts me off of Breaker is needing the middle line bonus. I have the moment, but I don't like needing a middle line bonus. Nikki added, then Nikki would be your striker, BG. I do love Sammy and Mankind, for sure. Oh, Ollie's a great choice, especially if you have gear and moment help. If you have gear and moment, absolutely, he hits harder than Sammy, actually. He hits 80 million if you maybe get some board help. Yeah, Nikki would be your lady to work up for sure, my opinion. Ollie needs moment and gear. Same HD, same. It's not that close for me. I've seen both of them at gold videos of both. Wait, I already did. Yeah, striker are the tokens I have the most of. I could take a striker to gold, and it's either going to be Sammy or Ollie with gear and moment, just because I want to hit hard. Yeah, definitely Nikki at striker. The rest of them, not so much. You, Rhea can do crazy stuff, but she needs a ton of stuff, which almost no one has, including me. So yeah. Rhea with Drip and I think Drip and Seance is ridiculous. Okay. Let's go next. Powerhouses. How do you like your powerhouses? Who's your favorite? Why? Yeah, I would definitely level Nikki up. Good trainer and solid fighter. You can run triple blue with a dog ear gremlin plate if you want. I think it's triple blue. Whatever the sub build is. Powerhouse is your struggle? I figured. Powerhouse in tech for a lot of people is a struggle. And sometimes acro as well. Nothing excites you. Well, let's see if we can find anything exciting in here. No, I get it. Nothing excites me either. I didn't see a Titan or a Sheik plate for him. I don't think he has Seth. No, if he had Seth, I would say Mutant Seth for sure. Yeah, does not has. Clubber probably is my favorite there, although with what you have on your roster, maybe not. You know, um, yeah, no Titan, no Sheik. I didn't think so. I mean, Rick doesn't need to go up because he's not going to get any better. He's your stun lock guy. You know what he does. He's slow, but he'll win. Um, heck, man. Don't know Pokemaster Hunter, but I would guess probably in like an hour and 10 minutes, or it'll just get deployed later tonight. So probably either at that second reset or not. Any hard time. Boy, we need a good free powerhouse. Apparently, Ridge is the last good free one. Yep, Bulldog for the trainer. I really don't see like I would kind of wait um to take anyone silver. To be honest, I would just hold off right now and see. Are you close to anyone cool? Yeah, he doesn't have a Titan plate though. Crazy Dina. Not that you know of. Okay. Definitely Bulldog for the trainer. And I kind of would hold off, to be honest, on taking anyone silver and just wait. I don't really see. Yeah, I don't. I just don't see anything that's gonna be worth it, really. Just keep stun locking with Rick. Let me check your ladies. Do, 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 do. I'm assuming Piper's your favorite. Yeah, sometimes you just have to do what you have to do. You can't make them better than they are, you know? So sometimes you just have to, yeah, no Piper plate, yeah. So you're running her like the stun lock build too, or the Super Stacy kind of build probably ish. And she's the best one you have. So you're on the right track there for sure. I don't think anyone else has trainer options. She's easily your best lady powerhouse, so I think you're sub with the yellows, yeah. Okay. I guess that drains them, yeah, yeah. That makes sense. Heavy machinery helps her recycle. Yeah, I don't think you're missing anything there. That's the lady. That's your best lady by a fair margin. That powerhouse. So again, you seem really good there. How you feel about your tricksters? You're gonna want to get Hogan to 6-star bronze for the matchy match for boss and sometimes for feud. You love your tricksters? Cool. Who are your favorite, or who's your favorite right now? Options you're doing through, yeah. Definitely get Hogan up for the matchy match. Um, see what else you got. Trickster obviously has a ton of trainers, usually. Akom's really solid too. I think I probably like Mosh more. Hard to say. They're both pretty kind of similar-ish, to be honest. It's probably a preference. That Trickster Theory's okay, yeah. He's not bad. I actually prefer the freebies more personally. I think 22 is supposed to be today. Last I heard, it still would be today. I haven't heard any different yet. Seems like you've made a lot of good choices, to be honest, so far, BG. I'm not finding a lot. Like I would do mostly the same stuff you have. Um, it looks like. Sammy does blast, but you're not using any blast person right now, so it's not really a big deal. Um, yeah, these two are your best. Him for the two matchy match, and him for his leech, but I don't use him as a trainer. I think he's 100% leech, right? So those two would be the next two to take the 6-star, and these two are one of the two I would use to 6-star silver. So yeah, you can take Akem up to 5-star gold for his trainer as you get time as well. He's more mainly used for Razar. I don't, and you didn't have Razar, so, but yeah, he's worth taking too because he's solid and decent trainer. So he's similar. You know how he plays, very similar to Gunther. Gunther and Akem are kind of play super similar with their best sets, in my opinion. As far as the sub, you know, into the blow up the board sort of thing. Um, no, I think you're doing great there at Trickster too, to be honest. Neither Mosh won't really gain a lot from gold, because the traps aren't going to steal a lot more health. So Gunther probably would scale better if you're running triple purple on him. To be honest, I feel like Gunther would probably scale better to gold. But you know what they do; they're both going to play the same way. So that's actually assuming you have an all heart for Gunther. I don't know if you do though. Do you have an all heart for Gunther? I don't remember seeing that. I don't care for trash. Never have. No all heart? Okay, well then maybe not so much because you're not really growing the purple gem damage after the sub. Maybe not so much. So strike that. Strike my comment then. Yeah, all heart's really solid. Who's your favorite lady trick? You got good stuff here. Like most people. Take your pick, right? Which one you like the most? Who's your favorite lady trick? Cora? Yeah, Cora's fun. I like her a lot too. So also, how are you, Mule? Thanks for confirming. Um, I did a bunch of videos on like Liv and Cora and that sort of stuff. But based on what I'm seeing on your roster, I still think Cora is probably going to be better. Liv obviously scales better with gem damage, but based on what you have on your roster, you don't have like Roxanne and stuff. So yeah, it would be Cora or Dakota for gold. The thing, even without a drip, Dakota is gem damage based. So it'd be one of those two that I would take, Cora or Dakota. Dakota might end up scaling to gold better than Cora. Might. Um, Mommy's okay. I don't think she's as good um, as the other three we've talked about. Obviously, you want to get Bianca to 6-star for her coach ability to generate the extra gems on all gem types. So she's great there. Yeah, I do, Mule. Triple purple Carmelo back in the day, absolutely. used it a bunch myself. So yeah, I think I would probably go. Depending, the Korra sub setup is actually how I'd probably run her in your case. And I think you have that. I don't know if you have that plate, but as you get higher, the sub setup will drain them while you still do the damage. So that's what I would do with Korra. Uh, yeah, boat plate with the sub is really good. For if you can't like, if you're not like having somebody that's going to be able to like consistently turn one people every time, then you want to go the sub boat setup. It just works way better at higher levels, right? Once she can't one shot them, the sub with the boat plate's the way to go. So yeah, I'd keep going Korra actually that way, because she'll slow them down. Dakota won't one shot for sure at gold. So I think I would say keep going with Korra and run her that way for sure. That's the one I would continue pushing up. And then just training wise, get Bianca up for her coach ability. It would be a big one. Yeah, I've taken one meal. Hall of Fame Brutus. I still have more Gold Hall of Fame tokens, but I'm really waiting to see, because I usually use Hall of Fame to fill out boss battle for me. Styles for boss battle. I took Brutus up. I don't really want to take Macho up. Right on, BG. Otherwise, yeah, very similar thought process to you, what I would do and stuff. Mommy, I don't use her trainer on anyone, so even though it's a trainer that's 2 MP, unless you need the yellow MP, there's no one that I use it on. So her training ability I would rate pretty low as being needed. I don't use Liv on anyone either, just as a heads up. So nice, smart. I'm thinking about Triple H because he's Powerhouse is my boss promoter, so I'm thinking about Triple H. Plus, he's super underrated. Can hit hard if you put all the stuff on him. He's actually really underrated. Can hit hard, but he can cascade, so not my preference. But he's very good. Okay, Acros. Who do you love at Acro? Wesley. Right on. Nice, Mule. Very nice. Yeah, I wish most people. I tried to say that. I wish most people would have took the plate on that. Edge was your guy for a while. I like Wes too. His like sub snowfall set thing works pretty well. Steamboat, if you have a good gem damage strap, can do pretty well. So can HBK, but you do have the Pyro Princess for HBK, but you don't have Sherry. So you're gonna both of those are gonna be a little less impressive until you get like Sherry, and then with gold, then damage goes up twice, but life goes up 2.5 times, or hit points. So you basically don't want people that were borderline winners. You want people that were winning really easy. I don't have a gear, Brother Ray. I do have his plate. He's really good. I think a gear, obviously. What does one gear do for him? I don't even remember what one gear does. Yep. If you're using anyone that you need the extra trap gems that coach, like Mosh and Korra, Steamboat could come in really handy there. So he might be the one to take up just for that. Plus he's a legend era, which is hard to cover. He hits really surprisingly hard for how old he is, right? So he's still useful that way too. But I do like Wes as well. Again, when you can't one-shot people, you fall back on a lot of the sub stuff because you can delay them, slow them down, that sort of stuff. So I like what you're doing with that thought process. It makes a lot of sense to me. You could also work Ghostbuster Cena up because you do have Ridge, but you know his days kind of passed, really. and he's gonna pass more as HP goes up, so I don't think it's necessarily worth it. When you can use his training ability, it comes in handy, the negative MP down and stuff, though, so that's kind of interesting. Trainer-wise, what else we got in here? Leagues are up. I can reload my, let me reload my game. Look at it. How you got your Bray set up? And who's your... Oh, you got... My man, you got... I'm assuming Mommy's your favorite. That's awesome you got Mommy, dude. Shotzi too. Yeah, Shotzi's good as well. Mm-hmm. Why do I not see Shotzi? Was she cut off or something? Or am I blind? There she is. Ah, okay. Yeah, yeah. Love it. Your Lady Acros are great. Kyrie's good too, but you don't need three. My game is not wanting to reload, so... Yeah, your Lady Acros are great. Shotzi does like the Cody plate. He does not have the Cody plate, though. Could be an early message, yeah. So yeah, I think you're pretty on the right track. I would work Steamboat up for the traps. Um, and the fact he's a solid fighter on top of it. I think you won't go wrong there. Otherwise, I would say, yeah, keep doing what you're doing at Acro too, man. Like, I think it's really important that you understand your roster, because every roster, including mine, has limitations. Oh, you're using the sub. That makes more sense. Restate. Okay, you're using the sub. That makes way more sense. Fair enough. Fair play. If you like the sub gameplay, that makes perfect sense. And you have the Acolyte plate. Okay. And I feel like BG actually really gets his roster and what his limitations are very well, and is built, yeah, limitations. So, like, your plates can be a limitation. I have limitations on mine, Mike, right? Like, I don't have the right plates. Like, no seance is definitely a limiter. People might not have a drip. That's a limiter. You might not have the right trainers. You might not have, like, Sherry. So you have to make roster choices based on how your roster, where it's limited at. I guess maybe that's not the right way of saying it, but that's how I look at it. And, like, if you don't have a bunch of people that can turn one, how do you still win? Whether it's slowing them down with subs or MP down stuff, things like that. And I feel like he's done a really good job um, taking people up that fit what he has available to him. Talk to me about your showboats. Who do you love? Yeah. Need more of those, Mike. Waller is silver? Okay. Waller and KO are silver? Who you love at Showboat? Dual MP trainers are great. So, like those, KO, Bulldog, and Waller. Yeah. Telvin, so Striker Cody is slow. With the right stuff, he can still win. It's just a lot of clicking. A lot of clicking. You can use the convert move if you have his moment and stuff. I think I was hitting like at 6-star bronze 12, 13 million in feud when I was messing around with him. Turn one, it just was so much clicking. Right on, Sparrow. Welcome to the game. How are you? Thanks for stopping into the stream. Hey, 619. You're not late. You're a wizard. You arrived precisely when you meant to. Great training ability for Cena. He's high enough though, so he has it. You have a good day, 619. Were you working, delivering packages today? How play this game? Match gems. Swipe the board. There's a lot to learn. I don't know that you can really explain how to play this game quickly. With drip, absolutely 619. Yeah. I feel like he's still going to be the best, fastest tech with drip. Yeah, like Candy Crush with wrestling. And your moves charge up. There's a lot of different reasons why you could play this game. And what you might like would change how you play it. Definitely more DDTs. What's up, Grubs? All right. Who's got trainers in here that are we missing anyone that's got important trainers? I feel like no. I feel like they're high enough. Shane O'Mac, I don't really use him anymore. He's got a decent yellow percentage though. I use Cena all the time instead. You like Undertaker? Undertaker's awesome. So I can tell you right now though, Sparrow, how good they are in the game is not necessarily relative to how good they are as wrestlers. Does that make sense? Oh, good. You got Matt. So you do have a multiply guy. Yeah. So, like, there's a bunch of different versions. I think we have like 7 or 8 Undertakers in the game. Only one of them is good, actually. Ish. Yeah, I think only one is good, right, guys? Only one good. Hall of Fame is okay. Yeah, I mean, your showboat choices, again, they're the right choices. KO and Waller, man. Like, and Bulldog, too. So I like your choices. Oh, Lee, you were here? I didn't see you. How are you, Lee? Have a good day, man. I'm bad. My bad. When did you say hi? I totally missed that. I appreciate you stopping in, Lee. Z-Taker's okay. Yeah, with the right stuff. Yeah, for a while, Acro Taker was very good. Back in the day, right? Charlotte with Gears is fun. Thanks, Lee. Appreciate it. Oh, hey, Chunks. I did. How are you, Chunks? Yes, Striker Woods is modern. You have Charlotte's gear? Nice. She's going to be your best lady showboat then, for sure. Even without Sherry, you still have Matt. And there's just, yeah, I mean, she's way better than the other ones you have. It's not even close. Bailey's solid. More how you tend to play. Bailey would be your sub style. So she's really good that way, right? Charlotte's a lot faster. I don't know what kind of strap you have. So you could also do Bailey as well. But Charlotte is really fun. She would be different than your other ones. You know, the 2-click, blow up the board, do a bunch of damage. Hey, Jason, how are you, bud? Thanks, yeah. 6-star gold meta. Lots going on. So far, I've only taken up Hall of Fame Brutus. I have, if I spent 600,000 more, I would have enough to take a stripe 600,000 coins, which I will before the reset. I'll have enough to take a striker up. It's either going to be Sammy, Zombie Sammy with gear, or Goat, or Ali, Striker Ali with gear and moments. It'll be one of those two. That's okay, you'll get there eventually. In the meantime, work Bailey up to go with her. Bailey would fit the style of your play that you're doing a lot with the sub and control and stuff. So, oh yeah, you can use a sub on Charlotte too. So yeah, yeah, Zombie Sammy's gear is really fun. Especially, he can do a lot. He can do triple green or green red if you have Roxanne. Probably Smartfall. He hits hard. He's just a slight cascade, well, a cascade risk, not slight, but a cascade risk. I think both work pretty well, Stewart. Z-Plate hits all of the gems, and the multiplies land on random ones. Jacket buffs 2 colors for double. I would probably go Z-Plate, I think. Ask if Ben is still here, see what Ben thinks. Z-Dom is silver now, that makes sense. You don't have Ray for him, that kind of hurts, but he's still great in boss. Kaiser can do the sub, the double red build, so right on, Grubs. Whoever asked about my thoughts on gold, I can tell you who I will take up on my roster after we get done with this, but that's okay, Sparrow. I'm not good at English and it's my only language, so. Yeah. Lex is Lex, I liked Lex quite a bit actually. Little bit sometimes to get going slightly, but once he's going, like he's pretty dirty. So I don't mind that play at all, actually. He also has good boss utility. Love Cowboy Bob. Took Dom Silver. X-Pac is Silver. Hey, McLovin, how are you and Sharn, buddy? What's up, Shadow Moses? How are you? Definitely Stone Cold. That's my powerhouse. Hall of Fame Ray 619 would be my guess. I also took him silver and am thinking about taking him gold as well. I don't think it's a bad choice. I am doing well, McLovin. Yeah. Been a little bit tired because I was busy, but doing well. Mrs. Maris got the plague from the airplane. I'm hoping to avoid that. Nice help. I mean, he's still good, 619, so it can be markish, but it's not dumb. You know what I mean? Sako is really funny with the Booyaka plate. Now, was it Booyaka? Yeah, I think it was Booyaka plate. Sako's really funny, and he has a pretty nasty sub. Uh, that can be fun. Probably work out okay for you with a lot of the way you play. But obviously, Cowboy Bob's better. Uh, Ethan, not so much. Oh, that does not sound fun, McLovin. I like Cowboy Bob. I like Zombie Dom. Um, Like X-Pac there. And I do like Lex. Again, I think you're kind of on the right path. Uh, Chucks, I would say Sherry. I'd say Sherry. No, Derek. Scopely guards nothing tighter than loot. I have never once, in all of my time being a content creator, got an early heads up of what is going to be in a loot. Not one time. If you're going to pick one thing they tell us nothing about, it would be loot. Not a lot, really. Unless you're doing the blog. And if you're doing the blog, you might see it like 4 hours early. Other than that, almost nothing. Literally almost nothing. We do have NDAs, so unless it's something that's okay to talk about, we don't talk about it. But we almost, truthfully, we almost never know anything early. If we do, it's maybe 4 hours early, and it's very limited. If you're not doing the blog, typically almost nothing. How are you, Donjay? It used to be more, for sure. Recent exception would be I think I knew about 6-star gold 3 or 4 days before the blog posted. But that was because I got an early look at the blog to see if I thought things were explained well. Maybe 3 days early. That would be the most early in recent, like in the past year, though, I've known anything. The only really crazy early thing I got to do was Boss Battle when it was in beta. I got to play it. And that I couldn't talk about even a whisper, not even a hint. That was super fun. It might even been alpha. It was either alpha or beta, but me, Gerson, and DJ um, played Boss Battle. I want to say like 5 or 6 test sessions ish, maybe. And we also got to play it on our free time too. That was really cool. But other than that, that's the only beta thing I've ever even remotely tested. Most of the time, it's just a couple hours early, and that's if you're doing the blog. I mean, you see some stuff behind the scenes where like they're working on a resolution, and they might say like we expect a resolution in this amount of time. It could be this, but we're not sure yet, so don't announce it. Typically, not too often. When they're sure, it's almost always announced immediately by one of the mods, like as soon as they see it. So, but once in a while, you might hear like, okay, the plan is like we're gonna roll it back, but not what the compensation will be, or you know what I mean, or we don't know. We'll have more information in a few hours. So very little, actually. People think it's way more than we know for sure. Lady techs are rough. I mean, like Shayna or Becky are the way to go. So if you're I don't know that either are worth silver. To me, they're not. I would just wait, see how you do. But yeah, yeah. I know very little, Derek. What's up, Thumper? Uh, that is not a comment I am even gonna remotely answer on a stream, Sparrow. Especially one that's not on my channel. Uh, yeah. Thanks, Dante. Boy, that's an interesting one. BG, any final questions, thoughts? Like any particular? I know you said NWO plate. Um, I don't recall seeing anyone super hefty red move damage, right? So a lot of times, if they don't make a significant difference, I'm a big fan of not putting plates on people just to put plates on people. Um, It's maybe on like a Farouk powerhouse, but you don't have Farouk. There, I don't even really care about my NWO plate. There's hardly anybody really that it's a much of a needle mover. You could use it on Roman if you had Roman. Oh, picture. Oh yeah, the two Ronda's jackets. Ronda's jacket's black and yellow, right? If I'm not mistaken. Black and yellow. Do you guys recall seeing anyone really good black and yellow as we were looking through here? Sub, black and yellow gem damage. Oh, you know you could use it, BG, if you have Charlotte's gear and you're using the sub. Um, that would buff the yellow gems the second time. You know what I mean? Like if you end up using her sub. Showboat Charlotte. Piper's Plate, McLovin, is amazing. It's 500%, I think it's 500% yellow gem damage and 100% all color gem damage. Jade's very good, smart. At 6-star gold, she'll be the best showboat. Yeah, BG, if you're running, I think if you're running Charlotte the way you have, and you don't have a good strap yet, that makes sense. 600% restate, thanks. It's a lot when you make pyro gems. It's amazing, McLovin. Did I miss something Ducky said? You said same Ducky. What did Ducky say? Oh, you grabbed 2 jackets, okay. Yeah, I would say that Charlotte would be a good spot for one. What setup do you use on your KO? Showboat KO. Later, Elp. Take care, buddy. Smartfall, I'd refer you to my video. The preview I did. I didn't get Jade, and I can't even remember some gem damage based thing that hit for a lot. A lot. You run him triple red? Okay. Because you could also run him with the sub. Red, yellow, yellow. You know, the choose the sub and the finisher. And you're going to get a bunch of yellows on the board too. So if you end up not liking triple red at some point, that's also an option. If you did that, you still get a bunch of reds, but you do get some yellows. You could maybe put it there. Who else is somebody? I'm doing well, King. How are you? You could do red, yellow, yellow with KO. The red choose. And you could run Bulldog and Sting to load the pop-up power bomb. You could try that, but don't move the plate until you've played it and see what you like. You know? Yeah. Cool. Who else? Subby are we using? You're using triple red Bradshaw. Hold on. Actually, Powerhouse. Hubbard's got a sub build, does he not? Yes, he does. Akam's a solid spot for that plate if you're going to use it specifically against his, what he counters. Actually, your best powerhouse could actually be this kind of setup for Clubber, by the way. It's low charge at 6 MP on the black. Recycle's pretty easy. It can hit fairly big with multiply gems out, and Rhonda's jacket would give you 100% gem damage. Here, let me show you what I'm looking at. That's totally not what I'm looking at. Hold on. Window capture. Feel like I might have missed that. BG at your powerhouse. This is actually pretty solid compared to your other powerhouses, I feel like. Quite a bit. Multiply gem strength 4, decent amount of black gems. Did you get, they had it, what do they call the plate? When you break red and it generates black, a bunch of people got them. I don't think you got it. It's an ultimate plate. I don't think you got it, though. But a bunch of people got one recently in the one event they had. Yeah, BG. Thank you, Noah. I pity the fool, yeah. I don't think you got one. I didn't remember seeing it, but that's the ultimate plate you would put on to go with it as well. But even still, 25 black gems is a decent amount. This with the Rhonda's jacket, I think could do really well for you too. Again, mess around with it before putting a plate on, for sure. But this could actually solve your powerhouse, some of your powerhouse issues, I think, too. To be honest. Hey, Bills Mafia, how are you? I really should have thought of that. Break, red, get black MP. I mean, that works too. There's no way you're not going to recycle, so I don't think you really need it. Because there's no way you won't recycle this. Play around with it and see what you think. And then obviously, because it's multiply gems and stuff, the 6 charge is really nice because it's low. But because it's multiply gems and stuff, you can the gem damage will make a big difference. That's what I'm trying to say. Poorly. You can't? Right. Yeah. You would use the jacket over the other one. No, Showtime Chemo. I actually run him a different way if you have the moment and stuff. You can even run him a different way than I just showed you. Jacket on DDP? Huh. Okay. Hmm. DDP's a lot of fun. Powerhouse Scott? I don't know. Somebody said Acom. I haven't played Steiner much. Acom, though, it's only the specific counter. What is it? Tex that they counter? It's okay. With the leeches, yeah. I found it not super great personally, and then I don't feel like I see a ton of text, but it's certainly viable there. I definitely prefer triple purple on Acom though. But yeah, you could put a jacket on the tech build, the leeches, for sure. Absolutely. Who asked earlier who I was planning on taking or who I like for gold? Are you still on? Whoever that is. Or if they're still around. What time is it? Oh, we're pretty good. We're about getting close to wrapping up. Does it? Oh yeah, Acom does black gems. You're right, I think. Hold on. You right? Let me look. I forgot already. He does the weird changes to. He does yellow. He does the change 2 colors. You are right. Hey Rusty, how are you? Yeah. You could. Yeah, absolutely. 100% you can use jacket on Acom this way. I'm dumb. And get you some more yellow damage. Absolutely. Rusty, I cannot recap everything. No, you didn't miss much though. Other than I love Tech Charlotte. Yeah, Ethan. Yeah, makes sense. Striker, I like Ollie, Gear, and Moment, and Sammy over Bray on my roster. Also like it over Braun. I don't have Bam Bam. This is not my roster. Best female tech is easily Charlotte Bills Mafia. It's not even close. She's awesome. Right on, Grubs. Brutus is good to gold. I like my Brutus. I took him to gold. So those are kind of my big strikers. Powerhouse Austin first by far. Ray with gears really tempting. Second. Rocky 76 is very good. Stone Cold. Yeah, I can see that. And then that's about it. Maybe KO just for boss battle. Which Piper? Oh yeah, I hate KO Rusty. I would never take KO up to gold except for boss. I won't use him anywhere else. Showtime Chemo, he's okay. Um, not my flavor. He does enough gem damage that you probably can. But he's not my flavor. I would rather use Kaiser with drip, Cody or Dusty with a Judgment Day plate. I don't have Dusty. But I would rather use those three for sure at gold. Powerhouse Farouk, I wouldn't take gold at all. Double how hard you're hitting at silver, always grinding. Double. If you're running triple red. Nice, Ducky. I'm not a big Powerhouse Piper fan, to be honest, but I don't like Razar for gold. Andre Drip is really good, but I don't want to play him that way, so he's not going anywhere. This again isn't my roster. Yeah, Kaiser with Drip, or Cody with a Judgment Day plate, or Dusty with a Judgment Day plate. They really Piper plate, yeah. No, Ducky, absolutely no. If you have a drip plate 619 and you want to put it on him, yes. I don't know your roster though. But Ducky, you would want like she just doesn't do. Well, then you have to deal with cascade chances, Rusty. Right? So yes, 619. You'll be loving life that way. That's still the best tech in the game at gold, in my opinion. That's yeah. So is these are also questions really it was her, Nikita. If you're gonna take one to gold and you want to take a lady first, then go ahead and take Becky if you like her more than Nikita. I mean, like that's you're gonna know which one you enjoy playing more. Uh, but I would wait to see if you get Charlotte or not, because Charlotte is super good. I like Great Muda a lot. I think he's the best acro in the game. Free State. Yeah, it's they're really close, Ducky. I think it's a playstyle preference on which one you like. I don't think either translate to gold super duper well. If I'm being fully honest, I don't feel like they will. But if you want a Lady Gold, I mean, those two are the best except for Charlotte. Charlotte is way better, though. She's amazing. Did I talk about Trickster and who I wanted to take yet? I don't think so. I have Hall of Fame Brutus, so I'm probably not going to take anyone at Trickster. Who? Cut out? What are you talking about? Rusty, I just said like a crap ton of stuff. Oh, Great Muda is my favorite acro. I think he's the best acro. Great Muda. I don't have him. I want him. Not to gold, Bills Mafia. No, not to gold. Yeah, acro definitely. I think Great Mood is the best. Wes with Moment is number 2 for me. So I don't have Muda, so Wes is who I would take up. for the dudes. I'm just doing dudes first. Hall of Fame Macho, sort of, but probably not. I mean, Showboat, Hall of Fame Ray is really good, and oh, no problem, Rusty. What are we pausing about, K-Pin? What did I say? Oh, there's another pause. What did I say? I must have had phrasing. Regal obviously hits stupid hard. He actually doesn't even need gold, though. Oh, I just said I'm just doing dudes first? Yeah, gotcha. Tech, we already talked about who I like, so yeah, CM Punk could go. I don't like him, but he could go for sure. Um, and then for the ladies, no, no, I don't think. I think Z Live's a really bad choice. Showtime chemo, unless what do you want me? What do you want to see 619? Unless you want to stack the buff. If you're gonna stack the buff twice, then you'll be fine at gold. You're not gonna 2-click though. It depends on your roster, Ethan, right? Like, it totally depends on your roster. What's up, Tito? Like, Grayson is fine, like, if he's your best, but I don't know if he's your best. You know what I'm saying? uh, uh, I don't love any Lady Striker to 6-star gold. I'd probably pick Sonya if I had to, though. Always grinding? Not really, unless you need the extra health. She does about the same she does at silver as she does at gold. But if you want the extra health, then sure. Yeah, Daryl, for sure. Akam is really solid. 6-star bronze is kind of like his sweet spot, where he'll, you know, should easily or close to easily win pretty much every time. Turn one or after the sub, you know, one cycle, I guess. Oh yeah, absolutely. Showtime chemo, 100%. Powerhouse, I don't particularly care for any of them to gold. If I had to pick one, it would be Z-Liv, but I'd rather wait. Yeah, Ducky Schultz. I will. I don't have one planned yet for this week because I was gone. But yes. Trickster Chelsea is my favorite, but I don't feel like there's a reason to take her gold. I feel like that would be a waste, and I probably will just take Liv, because with the buff, she can hit hard enough, even if it's more clicky than I like. Makes sense at gold, so I would say Liv at Trickster or Drip Coda. Obviously, Drip Coda is faster, but you know, then you gotta move Drip Plate. Showboat Lex at 5 silver. Yes, then. So either KO or Waller, Ethan, depending on your playstyle preference, trainers you have. Either of those two. Waller is and KO, depending on what you like and what you have, are going to be somewhat similar where they fall in. Both extremely usable, though. Waller is excellent for boss battle, though. For sure. Yeah, Waller I think is better than, and I think both are better. Both KO and Waller are better than Lashley. Chemo, she will probably 2-click to 50 to 60 million. Well, the best is Rusty is going to be what's the dual color Roxanne is the key for Liv. Flare will be 50 to 60 million 2-click. Showboat Flare and have about 85 million health or 80 million health. But no, they're not currently putting any drip plates in circulation, so you won't see any. Definitely I like Rhea at Acro by far. I don't have Indy, but Rhea and Kyrie are easily my two favorite Acros to go to gold. ladies. Showboat, I don't have Jade. At 6-star gold, I would put Jade back above Charlotte, but I would take Charlotte second at Showboat for sure. I don't think so, Ethan, but again, I don't know your acros. And Tech, Charlotte all the way. Well, I did make a 45-minute video on Liv, Rusty. Depending how you want to play her. The best played, though, is Seance, which I don't have. So with Seance, you can just 2-click with Liv. Ah, I see. I do not have Indy, but yeah. With Seance, you can 2-click with Liv. I mean, Ducky, from the sounds of it, you have a good reason to. Without the Seance, though, you need to get the buff twice, Rusty. So that's where Roxanne comes in handy. Because then you can get it all loaded. You can hit the buff twice and then hit super hard. As far as plate, not really, no. You don't need a plate. Other than Seance, which we don't have. But yeah, so Roxanne and Matchy Match. So Roxanne, Matchy Match, red gem damage, you know, lets you get everything loaded. So it'd be Roxanne, 4, 5, Roxanne, 17k Santa, Hogan, NWO Hogan, and then, like, Bulldog. Yep, what Baloo said. Unless you have middle line, then you don't need 17k Santa. But yeah, Liv, the keys would be NWO Hogan, unless you want to do 5-match risk cascading, which you don't want to do, for sure. Because actually, no, it's 7 to load, so 2-3 matches is where you want to get. You could also do it with X-Pac. I don't think she's going to hit hard enough at gold, personally, Ethan. So I don't want to. Yeah, then Liv not so great that way, Rusty. You're only going to be able to get 1 buff. I think. No. Hold on. Yes, wait, you can do this. Give me a second, Rusty. Maybe you can. You can use Breeze. She's not super heavy gem, Ethan. She's just not going to do enough. Yeah, you need, I think Breeze will work without Santa. Hold on. Give me a second, Rusty. Yes, Breeze will work. I think. No? 1 red. We need 2 red. Breeze will not work. We need the other way. That would be 1 red short. Yep. You do need 17k Santa if you want the buff twice. In feud. Or if you magically have NWO perfect. It's been asked about a ton, Joseph. It's ridiculous how long it takes to search through Entourage when you get a... That would save me so much time. Community actually voted on it, and they said they would rather have 1-click leveling. So, yeah, you can thank them. Everybody. Hopefully we get Entourage search before we get 1-click leveling. 1-click leveling saves me like 2 minutes every once in a while, but Entourage search would save me time on a daily basis. Hey, Peck, I'm doing well. How are you? Exactly, Jason. Exactly. Yes, League 22 is now, Eagles. Just Alt F4 on your computer and it'll be live. So yeah, Liv needs specific things to get the most out of her. Oh, that sucks, Peck. Hope you get better. Yeah, a lot of the 99 MP makes a huge difference. Grubs. 99 MP makes a huge difference, but I will probably update and do videos on all the people I take gold as I take them gold. I'm behind on videos though. Uh, I mean, it depends what you mean, JJ, because so much depends on what you have on your roster. No, Ethan. The free tricksters are better than Memrock. Memrock is just a good trainer. But basically, anyone that's move damage is a bad idea unless you want more hit points, because they're not going to get any better. It's going okay, Bills Mafia. A couple of setbacks to start. Not as much progress as I'd like, but I've still got lots of time. So any move damage person is basically going to suck at gold, because it barely goes up. So you want gem damage guys that were easily one-shotting at 6-star silver in a perfect world. So it's pretty limited, actually. If you don't have that, then you need a way to slow them down, you know? So you're going to have to look at using a sub person or a stun person. But yeah, move damage outside of maybe... I don't know. Who was the recent move damage person we got that hit so hard? Vader, maybe? Yeah, I don't know. He might do scale. Other than that, no. I don't really think there's any move damage people that'll be great. It's almost all going to be gem again. No, Taker won't make it at all. Nah, I have Tech Rock Blue. I wouldn't take him gold at all. Or Taker. Especially considering they're not going to get better. Right on, Grubs. Same thing with Anvil. They don't get better. The move damage barely goes up. They just get hit points. So they're going to probably not turn one anyone. Mellow can stun lock and stuff, but yeah. What about Z Austin? Yeah. If you want to be there for a year, absolutely. I think so, JJ, for gold. I think so. But it depends on what you have. Like on my roster, the answer to that would be yes. I'm going to take Powerhouse Austin. Yeah, he's my favorite powerhouse right now, including for gold on my roster. Hmm, not really, Peck, because he's not really buffing the gems a lot. So not really. He'd be okay if you want to play control with the sub and stuff. It's manageable. I don't know who you have at. I feel like Akam is actually kind of like a better Gunther, Zombie Gunther, triple purple build. I feel like triple purple Akam is slightly better than Zombie Gunther. Mood is awesome. I if I had, I think he's the best acro for gold, to be honest. If I had Muda, he would be the acro dude I would take to gold. Uh, which mode are we talking about? Restate. Gem damage. Bill's Mafia gem damage. Feud. So are you talking about gold or not gold? So Sammy's got two specifically different ways. I am on CC account, Zandel, right now. Like at 5-star, you're talking at 6-star. Are you talking about a 6-star gold acro snoop video? Probably wouldn't do that because so few people have him. Wesley with Moment would be the acro I would take. Yes. but I don't have Muda. If I had Muda, I would take Muda first. Uh, it makes sense that if we would get Gallows and Anderson, since they're still or they're back in WWE. So yeah. Z Sammy with gear at 6-star gold. He hits for like 80 million maxed out with this setup. One of my buddies has him leveled up. I watched the video. Yeah, that's with a Piper plate. He hit for 80 million with that and a Piper plate. I want to say the strap he had was like a 80% or 100% though. But that hits harder than triple green for gold for sure. If you have Mr. Perfect, you can drop Santa. Nice, Ducky. What's up, Gumsy? How are you? Yep, you need Roxanne for that moveset. But that's like Sammy's best setup for gold. I like triple green is what I usually run just for simplicity's sake. Triple green pack. Uh, Run him triple green with Powerhouse Steiner or whatever the two green. It's either Tech or Powerhouse Steiner, whichever one adds 2 green and 50% green gem damage. Triple green. Steel Steiner, um, Lex, and I think Becky for 30% green gem damage. Patterson at Tech. I think that's really risky to be honest. For gold, you could. Uh, I would play Kaiser Drip, Cody or Dusty Judgment Day plate, and I would also play CM Punk ahead of Patterson. Thanks, Bills Mafia. What's up, Adkins? But if you don't have those guys, then yeah, Patterson. Okay, guys. Zombie Dom Gold. Yeah, I mean, like, I think for a lot of people, he's worth it. If you're okay with the gameplay as the question Showtime chemo. I hate the sub gameplay because I get pinned and then you're screwed. But he hits super hard, super quick. If you don't get pinned, though, Zombie Dom is ridiculous. Like, he's, yeah. But if you get pinned after the sub, then you're screwed. But if you like Zombie Dom at silver, you love him at gold. Kaiser Drip is my favorite tech, though. I'm gonna call it for a stream today, guys. I've been on long enough. Um, we'll for sure do this again next week. I think. So I shouldn't say for sure. If you don't get pinned, you don't need to recycle with the solid setup chunks. Yeah. I haven't streamed on my channel for a while. I should do that at some point too, but you know. Appreciate you guys being here. Oh yeah, probably Derek. This is just because of boss, so I'd have the people, but I felt like it was harder to find the boss people anyway. To be honest, I usually like using my um. No, I'll post it in like mm, probably 30 minutes. Restate. I don't think like the video. I don't think Furpo will post it. He usually doesn't post midweeks, so. When my streams, I stream. Oh, thanks, Ducky. I stream at Pacific time, so you know. Thanks, Gumsy. Later, guys. Thank you so much.